Hello, and welcome to the Joss Brown Podcast. With over 40 years of combined financial planning experience serving high net worth clients, we will discuss our favorite topics, concepts, and stories. Hello, and welcome back to the Joss Brown Podcast. I'm Devin Joss.
And I'm Dan Joss.
And today we have a new topic, one that we actually listened to at our last Kingdom Advisors Conference this past February. Dan went to visit one of these sessions, and it was called Top 5 Pain Points of High Net Worth Clients. And it was sort of a similar topic and review of what we've seen in the industry as well, and what some high net worth clients come to us for. So, before we get into it, how did you enjoy Orlando?
I liked it. It was.
Have you been going to KA for a while?
Yeah. I don't think I've gone every year, but I know I started going probably 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. The weather was okay, overcast. Last year was beautiful, but this year wasn't so beautiful. But It wasn't bad. And you can't complain when it's 30 degrees cooler at home. Yeah, when it was snowing.
It was snowing here. Yep. So, the 5 pain points of high net worth clients. We will get right into the first one.
Well, we could say, what is a pain point?
Yeah. Well, what would be a pain point?
A pain point is something that's bothering somebody, and they call us, an advisor, to help us with the pain.
Okay. Just because you're high net worth does not mean
sometimes
life is dandy.
Sometimes you have more pain points.
True. Correct.
Yep. Yeah. But it's enough of a problem that they call. Mm-hmm. And they say, help me with this. And you'll see it's quite a variety of things that they come to us for. And in the end, we help them with their pain, and we help them with other things that could have become pain problems in the future, prevented the pain.
Correct. Yes. So these 5 things are typically what we hear from new clients when they come in and call us and say, hey, I have a problem with one of these 5 things. They're pretty, some of them are general. It could be, you can dive deep into them. And so these are the 5 main categories, I would say. Yeah. So the first one is, help us get organized. Are we missing anything? Are we overlooking anything? Are there opportunities out there that we haven't heard of? We don't know what we don't know type of problem. So is that? How do you go about helping a client with that?
Well, getting organized.
Mm-hmm.
We have had clients come to us with, I remember 20 years ago, a client had 20 checking accounts. Mm-hmm. And recently, same thing. Many checking accounts, many credit cards, different lines of credit, old 3 or 4 or 5 old 401k accounts that are still there, and they're not sure what's in them. So it's kind of let's get organized. And disorganization may cause a client to lead that there's a problem, when in reality there's a different problem. Mm-hmm. And so getting organized and getting both the clients on the same page is a huge step.
Yep.
And so we say, let's come in, meet together, see all of your accounts, see all of your assets, see all of your liabilities, kind of take the pulse of where your income and your outflow is. Mm-hmm. In those 2 statements, the net worth statement, which is assets, liabilities, and ownership or equity, and the cash flow statement, which is money coming in and money going out, we can see where the real problems are. Mm-hmm. And then if we need to, and I remember that 20 years ago, that client that had 20 checking accounts, they had a reason for having all those.
Yeah.
And so it's fine. Mm-hmm. Are they titled properly? Are there the right dollars in them for the right reasons?
Yeah.
Yes. So then leave it the way it is. But recently, they were able to close half of the accounts. Mm-hmm. And so, that makes things simpler. And maybe we can consolidate some debt or reorganize the payments to pay off the debt more quickly. Mm-hmm. That helps make things simpler and easier and more organized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen when clients don't have some sort of financial professional, things can get out of hand. Like I've worked in the past with a client who came in, had several rental properties, accounts, 401k accounts or retirement accounts, different custodians, husband and wife didn't know exactly what everyone had, all the rental properties, timeshares adding up, and just us being able to get those things organized was a big help to the client.
Yep.
And that's what they value.
It takes a big weight off too,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're not sure what you have, there's sometimes some fear in that, and sometimes disorganization adds to that anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an easy one for us. It's not necessarily easy for the client, because we say, give us a copy of everything you have. Everything you want to share with us is good. And I've had clients 2 or 3 years later, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we earn their trust, they share more information. And as they share more information about what they really have, the better we can help them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the first pain point was getting organized.
Help us get organized.
Number 2 of the pain points for high net worth clients is they come in and they call us. They say, how much do we need? How much is enough? Whether that's for retirement or just living.
Meeting one of their goals.
Correct.
How much is enough? What do I need? Well, that's a math problem.
Different for everyone.
Yep. And we have the old calculator, and
Mm-hmm.
given the net worth statement and given their cash flow statement and estimated cash flow statements going out into age 100 or 105. I think we have a client that's 102 now. Anyway, many years after retirement, we can give them an idea of what they have now is enough to retire now, or given some conservative assumptions, if what they have now plus what they expect to get over the next several years, minus what they expect to use in retirement, or give away, or give to kids in inheritance, is enough to meet their needs.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to talk a little bit about the 4% rule? That's something that we typically talk about with our clients.
The 4% rule was created by Bill Bengen. He's an advisor in San Diego. I met with him many years ago. Mm-hmm. Golfed with him too. He's actually a pretty good golfer. And he was always upset because he said it was never a rule, but people have turned it into a rule, and everyone knows about the 4% rule. It was a guideline for his clients, and other advisors liked the idea. And the idea is, if you spend or use 4% of your either net worth or your portfolio or whatever number you apply it to in the first year of retirement, and then you increase that need with the rate of inflation every year after that, the rule says you'll have enough at the end of your life, and I think he used a 30-year retirement timeline, that you'll have some amount of positive dollars left at the end of that 30 years, regardless of what happens in the markets. Now, he used cash and the S&P 500 as a proxy for a portfolio. Okay. And there's been several changes since then, and I think Morningstar has done their most recent change. I remember it going to 5%. I remember going to 5.5%. Some advisors got it up to 6% that first year, and then it's gone all the way back down to below 3%, and the latest was about 3.5% just last fall. Still around 4%
around
in 4%.
My book. Yeah.
Because it's a concept, and nobody I know actually uses that rule because, like he said, it's really a guideline, and you could start over. After times are good, you may say, oh, look, we could do 4% on this bigger number. Let's use that. But the idea was the retiree wanted assurance that they wouldn't have to take a pay cut in retirement. And if you remember after 2008, when the market dropped 30 to 40%. If you applied that 4% rule, you would have less to take out that year than the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
But the rule is the first year plus inflation. So you never go down in your withdrawal rate.
Gotcha.
So
that's a good question. How much do we need? How much is enough? Sometimes we get asked that when clients, the FIRE clients, I guess, working hard and saving while they're young, see if they want to retire early, and they'll come to us with that question. And so it's just a conversation we get to have with them, and also just goes to the math part of it.
Yeah, what's interesting also, though, if our high net worth clients may think, or actually they know that they have too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have enough to retire, or I am retired, or I just work because I want to work, not because I need to.
Yeah.
So then that leads to leads to other questions. Well, what do we do with the excess?
Mm-hmm.
There's more to life than money because I have enough money. What else is there? And we do walk through those other circumstances with clients.
All righty. So the next of the 5 pain points is investment help. So they'll call in these high net worth clients, and they'll ask about investments. Maybe they've had a retirement account and they've put it in a retirement 20-30 fund, and they want to roll it over. And hey, are we in the appropriate risk? Are we too risky? Not risky enough? Are we diversified? Or do I have too much of this one stock? So many different questions, and value investing as well. So just investments in general, and we're able to give an eye, look over, and see, and just ask questions to narrow down on what they want.
Yeah, well, we need help.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, a soon-to-retire person, like a government that has a TSP, it's like, oh, I have my $1.5 million accumulated. I'm going to retire. What am I going to do with this now? Because I think maybe I should do something differently, and maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't, but it's worth the call because it's a big amount, and you're not going to be adding to it anymore, and any mistakes you make are difficult to recover from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when many people hire us to say, okay, now let's let the professionals do their work, and we'll have some assurance that we're not going to make a big mistake.
Yep. So investments is its own pretty big category, and definitely very important.
Well, yeah, we want to determine the appropriate amount of risk, their tolerance for risk, their capacity for risk. Typically, they'll have several accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've mentioned, old 401ks. They may benefit from consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
Are they being tax efficient? Are they being too tax efficient?
Yeah.
Should they do a Roth conversion? Should we do a rollover?
Mm-hmm.
Should we do RMDs?
Mm-hmm.
Should we do distributions before RMDs? And what are the rules on all of those things?
Yep. Yeah, those are all things that we do.
And I remember recently, maybe last fall, someone came to us and said, I think there's other opportunities out there that we can invest in, but I don't know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, that's why many come to us.
Mm-hmm. The next pain point, kind of going back to pain point number 2, which was how much do we need, how much is enough? And if you have that answer, yes, we have enough, then here's the next question. 4 and 5 kind of go together, but 4 is, how much do we give to our kids? How do we help them without ruining them?
That's great.
It's a good question.
And you could ask your friends that in your social club to see what they did, or you can talk to somebody that has a little broader experience in helping the next generation.
Mm-hmm. So how do you figure that out? How much do I give to my kids? Is this before you die, after you die? We've heard give to your kids with warm hands.
Yep, we talk about the different strategies of giving to the next generation, from outright gift to college funding, to gifting to grandchildren and college funding grandchildren or great-grandchildren. Some of our clients do. and setting up the inheritance plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not be everyone gets the same amount. It may be everyone gets a little different amount. So talking about being fair without being equal,
Mm-hmm.
or being unequal to be right.
Yep.
Giving early, we talk about the inequity or the inequality of the gift or the inheritance, and we talk about the right time to give, like when the need is present
Mm-hmm.
and not later.
Mm-hmm.
And making sure that the gift recipient has the responsibility to use the gift correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we give younger children smaller amounts of dollar,
Mm-hmm.
and older children or adult children larger amounts of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
so that they will use them responsibly.
Mm-hmm. Well, the whole financial industry is talking about this, the great wealth transfer, which essentially is the boomer generation has billions, maybe trillions of dollars, and that will be transferred to their kids in the next 10 to 20 years or so. So how do they give to the next generation or generations without ruining their kids?
One, they provide an education,
Mm-hmm.
or give the inheritance of wisdom.
Mm-hmm. I heard the transfer of wisdom before the
Yep.
transfer of wealth.
Transfer of wisdom before wealth. Values. There's
Mm-hmm.
personal values. There's family values. They may or may not be in sync. Relationships.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things to give than money, but giving the money so that when they receive the money, or if it is a dollar figure at the parent's death,
Mm-hmm.
then the kids will think rightly about what they've received, and not waste it, but use it for good.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So part of that is giving early, letting them make mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
giving small amounts, or helping buy the car, helping buy the house,
Yep.
not helping them pay for school, those kind of things, but not passing on bad habits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So all of those go together, and we have such a broad experience with high net worth clients and others that we can help raise things to think about.
Mm-hmm. And you've had experience helping next generation clients with that sort of transfer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that is a big one. How much to give to the kids? It's the last pain point. It's pretty similar, but it is how much do I give away to charity while still leaving some for us? Because you don't want to give too much away that you can't get back if you need it in retirement. So
You may, and that's worth a whole nother conversation.
okay.
But unlike when you give to kids, some would say, well, once you give to kids, you can't take it back. Well, maybe, but definitely a charity. Once you give it away, you're not going to get it back. You may be able to live in your kid's house, but can't live in the charity's house.
Yeah.
So it's a question too: is how much is enough? What do I do with the excess? And the earlier I give that away, the better it is for the charity.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you may write a beneficiary of last resort in your trust or your estate docs, but that could be 50 years from now. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the charity may not be around 50 years, and there are times when charities go out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And so giving early and giving often is our best recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
But the risk is there. How much can we give and still have what we think we may need for our future?
Yeah. And that's one of the pain points is we have the money to give. Now, how do we give it efficiently?
Yeah. For the ultra high net worth clients, that's a question of a donor advised fund versus a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Should we open a foundation and run that? For the high net worth clients, that's typically a question of a donor advised fund or giving directly.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes down to how many different charities do you support?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you give? How involved do you want to be with the giving?
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of donor advised fund or directly or foundation, the question is, what's the most tax efficient way to give?
Mm-hmm.
Because the easiest way to give is cash out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And that's typically going to be at a collection booth somewhere in front of a store
Yep.
that wants some support,
Mm-hmm.
or a phone call or an envelope in the mail saying, send us some money.
Yep.
But if you plan for it, and that's what we do with our clients, let's plan to
Yeah.
have a gifting strategy, and then let's keep track so that you're on track
Yeah.
to give early and give often and not give too much unless you felt led to give
Yeah.
more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a fun place to be in too.
Yep. Yeah, we love having those conversations. Just
And
seeing
the note here, let's disinherit the IRS.
Yeah. Yeah. You can give your QCDs, you can
Yep.
give away that.
And then you can give annual gift exclusions, which are $19,000 this year.
Mhm.
You can give larger amounts. Well, I think the qualified charitable distribution is $100,000 a year limit,
Yes.
and then you can give
It might be 105.
your annual lifetime gift exclusion, and
Yep.
then so we'll have combined meetings with the estate planning attorney
Mm-hmm.
when that need comes around, and then just give to the right organization so that your dollars are well used for the causes you want and not wasted on something that you really didn't want to support.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, we talked about some pain points today. Talked about organization. You know, some people just have everything out there, and we like to be able to consolidate and show them that, especially just everything on one page. Talked about how much is enough, how much do we need, and if we have excess, and how to give that away if we'd like. Then talked about investments. That's a large part of what we do. So if you have any of those same questions or pain points or thoughts, then you can reach out to us or any financial professional in your area, or us. Actually, I'll just delete that. But if you have any of these same pain points, then you can feel free to reach out to us. But anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's good.
All right, great. Well, we'll see you on the next Joss Brown podcast episode. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Joss Brown Podcast. If you'd like to see more episodes, visit our website at jossbrown.com.